Mike Moore Media.
Paula Seamster, Director of Rockingham County Board of Elections, is in our studios today for our continuing monthly series. This is number 5. Paula, welcome back. How are you?
Well, thank you, Mike. I'm doing well. How about yourself?
I'm doing just great. Always good to have you here as we get more information out to be better informed voters. So thank you for your time in that and your staff. And for those that may not realize, we've mentioned this a couple of times, I know, but the Rockingham County Board of Elections, very, very busy, gets busy all the time with depending on where you are in the year and elections and all of that. And I know you have a large staff, just dozens and dozens of people to help do all of the things you're responsible for. So remind us again, how many people on your staff?
We have 3 full-time staff members. 3
full-time staff members at the Rockingham County Board of Elections, and they're all working hard.
Yes, sir.
Doing a great job. So thank you for that. Okay. Well, I know we wanted to mention several things. Wanted to get an update from you about something we talked about last time, and that's the voter photo IDs. Bring us up to date on that, where we are, because you're doing those photos.
We are doing those photos. You can stop by our office, which is located at 240 Cherokee Camp Road. No appointments necessary, as long as it's Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. And if you are a registered voter, we'll be able to pull you up, verify that information, and we will take your photograph there and print you a card, and you'll be able to leave with that photo ID the same day.
Now, you're doing some of those where some others around you were just telling me before we started the program, maybe are not that busy.
That's correct. We heard from our state representative yesterday that some counties have not done any. Mm-hmm. Some have done 1, and we've actually done about 12 or 13 since we started. So that was shocking when she heard that yesterday, which we're tickled to death that the information is getting out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, you're doing your job there. And for those that may not know, tell us again, bring us up to speed on that about the voter ID, the photos. How's that work? What do we have to do on that?
As far as the voting, you do have to present during the municipal election this year. You will have to present a photo ID. Mm-hmm. Now, whether that is your driver's license, a North Carolina DMV non-driving photo ID, it can be a military ID, it can be the ID from the Board of Elections office. There are a lot of IDs that have been approved as far as state employees and county employees, but Rockingham County does not have that. If you'll go to our website, which is www.rockinghamcountync.gov, and go under the Board of Elections tab, we have a link there that will tell you what photo IDs are approved by the State Board of Elections.
And we must have that photo ID to vote.
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. So be aware of that. And yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that, and we'll do it again before we end up. I was just on your website, rockinghamcountync.gov. Click on the little menu up in the top left, department, scroll down. Board of Elections is the third one down on the list, and there's so much good information there. And I was looking at maps and precincts for one, for people that may be new to the area that need to get acclimated to where they're voting.
Yes, we do have that available. And if they have questions, they can always call us. We'll be glad to talk to them. And our number is 336-342-8107.
342-8107 at the Rockingham County Board of Elections office, Cherokee Camp Road in Wentworth. Now, by the time we do our next program, we're going to be right at some important dates concerning absentee ballots. So let's kind of look at that list that you provided here that anyone can get, and that's on your website as well.
It is, yes, sir.
Yeah.
Absentee by mail ballots will start being mailed out on Friday, October the 6th. Mm-hmm. We're already receiving those requests now, and that is something you can do early. You can go ahead and fill out the application to receive an absentee ballot. You can get that on our website. You can come by our office and pick it up, or you can actually go to the State Board of Elections website and fill it out through the absentee ballot portal.
Okay. But you need to fill out that form.
Yes, sir. They do have to fill out that form before we can actually mail out the ballots.
Okay. You've got so many nice brochures, and these will be available at all of the festivals that are coming up this fall around the area. But I'm looking at one here, absentee voting in Rockingham County. This is extremely helpful information here. What is absentee voting? Let's just talk about that a minute.
Absentee voting is any type of voting that does not take place on Election Day. A lot of people misunderstand early voting right now. But with the general statutes that are being changed, that may change for 2024. But right now, absentee voting is absentee mail-in ballots and one-stop early voting. Both of those are considered absentee voting because you're not actually present on Election Day.
Okay, very good. Well, this brochure answers a lot of questions, absentee by mail, in person, and other things, military, overseas citizens, and all of that.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So look for that, or stop by the Board of Elections office and get that and other brochures, or when you're at the festivals, pick up one of those as well if you need more information on absentee voting. So tell us about these dates coming up in October again. Let's go over that again.
Okay. The absentee mail-in ballots will start being mailed out on Friday, October the 6th. Our voter registration deadline is Friday, October the 13th. And then one-stop early voting begins on Thursday, October the 19th, and that will run through Saturday, November the 4th. Now, absentee or the one-stop early voting is actually the weekdays. It will start on Thursday. It will be Thursday and Friday from 8 to 5, and then Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. For that first week, we have a second week, which will be Monday through Friday, and then Saturday, November the 4th, will be the last day of early voting, and that will be from 8 to 3. We will only have one-stop site during the municipal elections, and that will be at the Board of Elections office on Cherokee Camp Road.
And there have been others at other elections through the years.
Yes.
But this time around, you can early vote at one-stop voting at Board of Elections office.
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. Now, you'll find that on their website as well, and we'll go over that again here in a moment. Someone asked me the other day, because since we last talked, someone has filed for a state office, and someone said, well, why isn't that, I thought it was too late to file for, we're looking at municipal elections, though, this time, in this first election we're talking about coming up.
That is correct. That is just the local municipalities, which is Madison, Mayodan, Stoneville, Reidsville, Eden, and Wentworth.
Yeah, you got them all. Yeah, okay. And all of those municipal elections, there are offices, there are seats available in all of those.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, the filing period's done. So those candidates are in place.
They are already in place. The sample ballots are actually on our website. So if they want to go there, they can look that up. We have copies at the Board of Elections website. At our office. If they want to come by and pick up a sample ballot, they're welcome to do that. We have 13 different ballot styles.
Wow. Okay, 13.
Yes.
And that, how does that compare with other counties? I know every county is different. You're looking at Wake County, and there are just, oh my goodness, there must be enormous ballots there.
There can be.
Mecklenburg
yes. Okay. Well, see, right now, Mecklenburg and Lee County will have their election on September the 12th.
Oh, really? Okay.
So they're, I don't know if they've started their one-stop early voting or not, but they're right at their election date. So each county has different election days for the municipal elections.
Right.
Those two are in September. Some counties have their elections in October, and ours will be on November the 7th.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Wow. Well, there's so much involved in making the Board of Elections work, and you're so knowledgeable in all of this. So let's give your phone number again before we do anything else. If someone needs to call you or your member of your staff,
it's 336-342-8107.
Okay. You say you're getting some questions, too, about campaign finances. So let's talk on that a little bit, please.
Yes, we're receiving a lot of calls about the 2024 election.
2024? Okay.
Yes, they're already wanting to know when filing will begin for the 2024 elections, and that will be the first week of December. Mm-hmm. It will start December the 4th. But you can go ahead and come by our office and set up your committee now. You are required to fill out a statement of organization, and then depending on what you're planning to do with your committee, as far as this campaign finance, there are 3 things you have to be aware of when you come in. Mm-hmm. When you're filling out that statement of organization, you have 3 choices. The first one is if you will not spend or receive any money from anyone at all, it'll just be your money. Mm-hmm. You are not required to open a checking account or a bank account, and you're not required to file any campaign finance reports because you're using your own money.
Yeah, okay.
The second one is if you're going to collect funds, but it's going to be under $1,000, you will need to fill out the form for under the $1,000 threshold. And this is where the candidate does not intend to receive or expend money for their campaign over $1,000.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
All right. And then you have the third choice, which means you intend to spend or expend or receive over $1,000 threshold. Mm-hmm. And that's where the campaign finance comes in, where you have to do quarterly reports during the election period, and then after the election period, there are semi-annual reports that are necessary.
There's a lot more to this than people realize, I think.
It is. It's almost like you need to be a CPA, mm-hmm. but a lot of our candidates do hire CPAs to do their reports.
Okay.
Because the treasurers are required to take a mandatory campaign finance class, and that is through the State Board of Elections. Those can be taken in person or online. During COVID, they were only available online, but now we have them in person as well. We highly recommend that the candidates take those classes as well.
And you can get more information on that from you there at the Board of Elections.
Yes.
Or I say you can, but candidates or anyone who's interested.
Yes, they can definitely do that, and we have some of this information on our website as well.
Great. Okay. Well, our time is just about up. My goodness, it gets by so quickly. Tell us again where to get more information on that website.
It is www.rockinghamcounty, and county is spelled out, nc.gov. Then you'll go under the departments and click on the Board of Elections link.
Okay. Just scroll down. Animal Shelters first, Board of County Commissions second, Board of Elections third, and you can get a lot of your questions answered right there. But if you do have a question and you don't find an answer, your phone number again is
336-342-8107.
Okay, 342-8107. The Rockingham County Board of Elections is on Cherokee Camp Road in Wentworth. We have all kinds of festivals coming up countywide. The next one, there will be one before we have our next program in October. That will be Riverfest in Eden. That's September 15th and 16th. Your people will be there.
Yes, sir, we will be.
Okay. And on our next program, we'll give maybe a better idea of some of those festivals as well.
And they can also find that on our Facebook page.
Good. Okay, great. Okay, thank you, Paula.
Thank you.
Always good to have you here. Paula Seamster, Director of the Rockingham County Board of Elections.